Hello class, so I will be discussing Kato Katz technique. So this is not common in the clinical laboratory because the procedure is a bit tedious and it requires a lot of time, and also it's somewhat messy to perform. So the Kato Katz technique, however, is used to assess, okay, the worm burden, or should I say the intensity of the infection. So this is a quantitative method of course, detecting the parasites like the nematodes, okay, intestinal nematodes. Okay, so we call it also as the cellophane covered thick smear. So although it's simple to perform, okay, again, okay, some of the disadvantages is that it requires a long time to perform. Also, it needs added instruments just like a template, and then glycerin or cellophane again, okay, in the procedure. And again, this is a quantitative method of detection, okay. And although it is quantitative, it does not require centrifuge, just like the concentration method, like the FECT or maybe the sugar flotation technique. So those procedures require centrifuge, okay, for concentration. And it requires a large amount of specimen, stool specimen, approximately 50 milligrams to 60 milligrams. So it's approximately the size of 2 mungo beans. Okay. Another thing, this is quantitative in the sense that in direct fecal smear, okay, if you ever perform that one, we just probe or poke the different areas of the stool, but we are not using a template. Okay, in this case, the template, okay, makes the measurement, makes the amount of the stool sample more standardized, okay, as compared to the DFS. And of course, based on the template, we can also use factors to multiply it or to compute for the eggs per gram, okay, of the parasite. Okay, and again, okay, as what I've mentioned, we have added materials such as glycerin, which is the clearing agent, okay, the malachite green, which imparts color and contrast to the specimen that we are viewing, so we can see pale green background to the eggs, and of course it can minimize brightness of the microscopic field. Okay, for the advantages, okay, number one, it's simple and economical. It can be used in mass examinations and very good in detecting eggs with thick shells such as the ascaris and trichuris. So hookworms, however, cannot be is not recommended, okay, to check for hookworms, because again, the hookworms here, as what you can see, okay, have thin shells rather. So because of the thin shell of the hookworm, they usually disintegrates in the Kato Katz technique. Okay. Another one, it's useful in assessing the intensity of soil-transmitted helminth and schistosomiasis. Okay, for the disadvantages, it's not recommended again for hookworm. If preparation is kept long, the hookworm eggs become too transparent and distorted. Okay, not intended for diarrheic or watery sample, because again, you have a template, you pick up the stool and just spread it along the template. Okay, not able to detect protozoan cysts and trophozoites. Okay, how about the main determinant of the sensitivity of Kato Katz technique? Okay, it's the consistency of the stool. Okay, it should be fresh and formed stool, not watery, not diarrheic, not mushy. Okay, and the tendency of this technique class is that the drier stools would usually yield higher counts than the moist ones. Okay, so another thing that we can use for this technique is this one. Okay, the 1%. Okay, 1% AUCIN. Okay, this AUCIN class will help in the visualization of the miracidium of the parasite. Okay, the one that is inside, okay, the egg of the parasite, the larval stage. So anyway, this comes out in the board exam for medtech last time. in March 21 to 22, 2024. So there's a picture of miracidium, and of course the examinees have to identify, okay, that part of the parasite. Okay, anyway, again, for 1% eosin, that aids in the visualization of miracidium. Okay, how about for the identification? Oh, there it is. Sorry for that. 1% eosin solution can be layered over the cellophane paper again for the detection of miracidium, the larval stage, okay, inside usually of the egg of the schistosoma, and this miracidium class is ciliated. Okay, so for the materials, we have the Kato set. Okay, this is the template. Okay, so what you can see, it has a hole at the center. Okay, we can have the screen. Okay, nylon or plastic. Of course, you need spatula to pick up the feces. Newspaper to check for the thickness of the smears. Okay, and of course, glaze tile where you will perform the procedure. Okay, microscope slide, cellophane as cover slip, and then of course you can soak the cellophane. Sometimes we are using green cellophane, okay, with if you don't have malachite green, so you can soak the transparent cellophane or the green cellophane in glycerol, okay, to clear of course the specimen, and of course tool and gloves. Okay, so this is the setup. So prepare the layer. You need again this glaze tile or newspaper, and the glass slide class. Okay, you position it, and the template will be placed on top of the glass slide. Okay, and that is where you are going to place the feces. That's why this is quantitative, because the template is having that standard measurement, diameter of that hole, okay, at the center of the template. Okay, of course, wear your gloves and place a small amount of fecal material in the newspaper or glaze tile. Okay, another thing, once you have already positioned the feces, press the screen on top of that feces. Okay, the screen will serve as a filter to scrape, to eliminate those debris in the feces. So press the screen on top so that some of the feces filters through the scrape, and with a flat spatula across the upper surface to collect the filtered feces. Okay, so this is the filter, and then you press the feces. Okay, you press the screen on the feces and you scrape the upper portion, okay, collected. And the collected feces, okay, will be placed, okay, in the hole of the template, okay, until the hole is completely filled with the feces. Another one, you remove the template, okay, so you can see this one. Okay, a measured amount of fecal sample is already on the glass slide, that filtered fecal sample. And of course, you have to cover the fecal material with pre-soaked cellophane, the cellophane that you soaked in the glycerin solution. Okay, so that cellophane class will serve as cover slip, okay, for the specimen. And of course, you press, okay, firmly, okay, by inverting the microscopic slide or the microscope slide. So invert the microscope slide and firmly press the fecal sample against the cellophane strip on a smooth, hard surface such as a tile, or the material will be spread evenly. Okay? And carefully remove the slide by gently sliding it sideways to avoid separating the cellophane strip, and place the slide with the cellophane upward. So there is now this orientation of the specimen with the cellophane on top of that one. So this just sums up, okay, the procedure, okay, and how would you check for the thickness of the smear? Of course, this one, if you can still see, okay, the print in a newspaper or in a printed material. And of course, as what I have said, since this is quantitative, okay, the smears should be examined in a systematic manner, and the eggs of each species reported. then you have to multiply the appropriate number to give the number of EPG, eggs per gram of stool. So you can use 20, okay, for a 50 milligram template. 20 for a 50 milligram template, 50 for a 20 milligram template, 24 for a 41.7 milligram template. Okay, another one, okay, this is just showing you, okay, if the infection is a light infection, moderate, or heavy infection. So this is for Ascaris, Trichuris, hookworm again, and Schistosoma species. Okay, so that's again reporting the eggs per gram. Okay, so that's for Kato Katz class. It's very short, but hopefully you have learned something. Thank you very much.